Oh, terrible shot. Perhaps I always get from there and still outside of the point. Always. Oh, shot. Squared out too much for that. Shot. Oh, too much. Oh, God. That's it. Son of a bitch. Oh, I just rolled out as well. Right on my land. Oh, it's a horrible layout. Alright, 2 don't go. 3 don't go. Interesting. That's it. Oh, way overdone that. Straight and over the 4. Nice job. I was asking a lot. Oh, fuck's sake. Really? Six went, moved it as 3. Cheating it to get an angle. Well, I wasn't going fucking well. So glad I bothered coming out today. That's it. Guess I'll go in a bit. So you have a viewer. What's up? You must be as bored on a Sunday night as I was. How you doing? Oh, for God's sake. go a few days without potting balls and then suddenly I can't do anything. It's a point. Oh my god. Oh god. Perfect. That ain't gonna be good, is it? How would you get through that? Oh, shot. Too low. Yeah, this is how I normally practice. I'm just trying to warm my body up a bit because at the moment I'm really struggling to get down the cue. So I tend to be a bit more disciplined than this, although not a lot. Oh, got a comment. Key. Bit better than this side. Bit better than this. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm normally better than this, or I'm playing better than normally I am, because that'd be tragic. Just trying to stretch my body out a bit so I get down on the cue. Some like my back cramp earlier, so. Oh my god. Changed my angle and then should have got back up. Oh, well, it works. I can't be potting like that on this table. No chance. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, pocket. Oh, that's definitely not off the pocket. Oh, but time of 7-up. Oh, God. I'm getting old, people. I'm getting far too bloody old. Well, that worked out absolutely beautifully. I can't even carry that, can I? Let's try it up there. See if we can get the 8 out of the way. Oh, the position would be actually right. Come on then, just try one good shot. Stung around 3 past the 9, inside the 8. Wide, got a bit possible. This isn't helping me warm up. Fuck off. Square that right up. Room for improvement is what it means to make out. Give it a minute, and I'll actually try. Just trying to get my body down to the table. A couple of seconds, and then we'll crack up some games and actually try and pop some balls for real. Case in point, shouldn't be missing those. Judge the pace of that beautifully. Tight on the cushion, almost. God, I swear that's turning over now. Notice this table's starting to do like weird stuff on the keyboard. It's a bit worrying. Oh, for God's sake, considering it's like 600 quid, 3 o'clock. Oh, I've gone for the 5 raider? No. Put this one, try a few actual games, see how we go. Just trying to get through the ball a bit, get a wallop. Sometimes I find that's easy, like weirdly, it sounds silly, but because you don't look like you're potting a lot. Sometimes I find that's the quickest way to get yourself going is to just really whack the shit out of them. Because otherwise I find you can get like tentative hitting through the ball. Alright, let's see how we get on. Cues together. Supposed to be waking up in time to go to bed. What do you want? Well, they go to bed. I was asleep 3 hours ago. Here we go, let's try again. Too much backspin. And the 4's going to kick the white in. Or worse. Oh, horrible exit shot. Can't even get to the middle of the keyboard. Try this then. Yeah, that was tough. Maybe on 3? Oh, nearly. Right, here we go, got a chance. Come on then. Try and pop some balls. Where's this 2 going? Can I actually get that from there? Speed on 4 to get on 5. Maybe I need to be on this side cushion so I can get on that side cushion and get on the 4. Let's just try and coincide the 7. Walloped it. Shot. That one. Oh, God, my legs. My back. That's it. grippy, but getting there. Yeah. How you doing, Kimo man? Thanks for tuning in. Oh my god. Do an hour stretching before I play. I'm far too old and rickety for this. On this again. I stopped breaking with Luke Bridge because I was doing that. I seem to have gone back to it. Maybe I shouldn't have been. More like it. Yeah, a bit better. Sure. Oh, not over the 8, 9. Terrible shot. Oh, that's so thick, I was trying to be like there. Let's get rid of the magic back. Alright, I've got to go forward. That's it. Short. Bloody hell, I'm not going in the middle of the pocket. Anyone been watching my friend Simon Attacking 8 Ball on his channel? He's come here a few times. He's gone to the Philippines and he sent me some pictures today. He's just been playing with Efren Reyes. So that'll be quite a good video, I think, when that comes out. Spoilers. He's it's a bit weird really, he's got this Q-Tech thing. But he's gone and he's been playing with like one of our house cues. We gave it to him for a break cue and then he's been playing with it because he said he can't get on with his Q-Tech, but he gets on with a £40 house cue. It's really strange. Talented cuers, but sometimes I think you don't give enough thought into some shots. Oh yeah, well, it's a weird one. Yeah, I do definitely, especially when I'm practicing. But I've got this thing like it's like probably bad advice because obviously I'm a coach and stuff. But I like to practice in a way that makes it seem like it's nothing. So when I play in a match, it seems like it's nothing. So it's weird really. Because it's just something I've got in a habit of doing. Try and practice like it's a piece of piss. And then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you get yourself playing well, then it is a piece of piss. But if you practice like it's hard, I find if I try and do that, I just get distracted too easily, or don't concentrate, and then it's not really done any value. Or at least if I play like this, a bit fast and loose, then I tend to go into tournaments playing with quite a lot of confidence. It's self-psychology. It's probably a bit weird to watch though, I can understand that. Clear the floor, just. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you might think I probably don't put enough effort in practicing. If I'm honest with myself, I'll probably practice too loose. Short. Too long. Too high. Too hard. Anything else? Decided to fuck up one attribute on every shot on that visit. Oh, too wide. Just right. I think my big thing is like, I don't know, I've got like 3% concentration, so I almost like have to like, you know, fly through things before I get distracted. Yeah. If I'm like in the right zone, then I can like knuckle down. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those things. You've probably got to practice concentration. I don't. Good man, fair play, good very well. It's I don't. It's fair to say that I don't play matches like I practice. I overplay. I play overconfident in practice. And with the idea being I'm supposed to dial it down in matches and just be more disciplined, but I mean, realistically, if I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, I should be practicing more discipline, but I don't know. I find I'm forever like pissing around with my technique and stuff like that. If I just get on with it, I could it kind of unlocks itself in and I'll start playing well. If I start trying too hard, I find I'm like just spending all this time pissing around where my arm is, or where my cue touches my flipping chest, or where my alignment for my head is, and where I'm hitting the cue ball apparently, because that's too high. It's a funny one, really. Just get in my own head a lot, so I have to play in a way that stops me doing it. And realistically, I mean, these are piss easy, so I should be playing them like they're piss easy. Should be giving them enough care and attention that they go in. I shouldn't be putting too much on it. Like I could have got better on the 7, you know. So it's like there's definitely room for improvement, even if the balls are going in. But I've got to do well. It's a combination of doing what works for me, but also I'm not winning tournaments very often. So maybe what I'm doing isn't good enough. You know, if I want to get to the next level, get 700 on Fargo, maybe I need to be doing more. So I agree. keep doing what you're doing, you keep getting what you're getting, that's what I say, isn't it? Trying to get into autopilot, that's the plan. Well, that's it. See, that's my big thing. I do, yeah. I know that when I can get in the if I can get in the zone, I could play a really, really, really high level game. But it doesn't happen very often, and my baseline without it is not very, it's still pretty strong. It's not going to be beating top pros, whereas if I can get in that zone thing, I can beat them. Maybe not like the likes of Joshua Phillips or top pros, but people have, beat somebody like Dean Shields, for example, and he's got 760 something Fargo. So I did this WPBSA coaching thing, and they say they want you to be consistently good instead of occasionally brilliant. I don't know, I heard Ronnie O'Sullivan say something about Luca Brissell, which is like the way he plays. He ain't going to win all the time, but because he plays the way he plays, at least he's got a chance every now and then if he fires, he's going to win a tournament. Whereas I kind of feel like the same thing with me. I try being like disciplined and stuff like that. And I can play alright all the time, but it's alright isn't good enough if you're winning playing brilliant players. So it's like, I'll be every time I'll go to, like say I was in the IBA, every time I'll go to the last 16 and lose. Well, it's like, that's alright, but I can't keep doing that. I need to either turn up and play amazing or not bother now and again. Oh dear, that was so tough, there was so much left hand side. So yeah, I think I'm not good enough to be. I think I've concluded I'm not going to be turning up and playing well day in, day out. So what I need to do is just find a way that once in a blue moon I'll play unbelievable. That's basically the theory. So it's the complete antithesis of what I'm supposed to teach people, but I don't buy into everything that I got taught. Oh, fuck me. Mind you, I might have bought that one. Safety. Yeah, so I'll do it. Perfect. At this point, a month into the table, I should be potting these shots. This is the problem. I'm still not dialed in enough, and I should be now. Not really got an excuse for it. Should be potting that 3 ball for the level I'm aspiring to get to. That doesn't go, does it? Not too much. Should also be hitting that 9 ball. I wasn't even trying to hit this side of it, it's trying to hit that side of it. Come on then, let's play a sensible shot. What have we got here? I think the 5's going off the 9 to there, so maybe I can just skim off of it and leave the cue ball here, try and get snooker. Not a lot I can do with the cue ball there. Too thick. Maybe it's side, swerved it. Got away with it there. So this is the sort of thing I should be practicing. So I'm really shit at combinations. So I'm going to go for this. I would always turn this not 8 ball down in a match, which is, I probably should be getting it from here. Not even close. That's the point, not even close. That's the sort of stuff I should definitely be practicing. Whacking balls in, I could do that sometimes. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I should be putting in practicing before the UK Open. And this is actually one thing that does spoil my concentration is talk. It's very hard to like talk and play. Well, sure. Let me just sharpen, concentrate. Oh, son of a bitch. On your day, I'll give you a good chance against a decent pro. Maybe give Carl. Yeah, I think Carl Boys is still right up there, to be honest. I bet he's still. I bet even if he doesn't play, I bet if he did, he'd still be like 800 Fargo player. He's just a class. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but he's a class act when it comes to playing. But I think there's some other players around, like certainly in like the UK scene, who I should be, I could be beating regularly, and I'm not at the moment. For fuck's sake, Simon, I didn't aim that. And that's the same sort of reason why I played a shot before I'm ready to pot it. Yeah, so I've been getting some results. I'm very patchy. I have like days where I can't pot on ball. And maybe I just have to accept that. Maybe I just have to accept that's who I am. And that I'm just, rather than aspiring to be a day-to-day pro, which to be fair, I'd be far more fucking broke if I was doing that. It would just be a sort of guy who's like every now and then shows up and puts in a good tournament, I don't know. Temper your expectations when you've just turned 41, I think. See, that's the case in point. I felt my arm go off, like when I pulled my cue back, I felt my arm go like out to the side there. One thing I have found though, I tried filming it, but it didn't really come out. I found my eyesight's changed, so I need to have my head in a bit of a different position, and sometimes I still go to the old place. So that is something I can work on, because that's an active issue. Where my head used to be, or where my eyesight used to be, the centre of my vision is moved from where it was a few years ago. I can feel it. I'll just sort of correct it where my head is, and I'm in the middle of the pocket a bit more now. It's a point a minute ago that would have gone off the rail. Not a big difference, but that is something actually I should be working on that. So yeah, maybe I might refilm it. I've got this. Also got that Mark Williams jolly. Yeah, if you're interested in these things, might get interested in that. That one. I was using this Mark Williams thing, and I've got like a laser somewhere. Where is that? Got one of these laser sight things. I was using this to do like setting up the. I don't know if you can see that. Setting up the room and stuff, and putting the lights up. I was like setting up like a straight shot. And then put this cue light thing on the laser, and then trying to find where my hedge needed to be for it to look like, to get the cue on the centre of the laser beam to make it look like I was popping the ball, because where the cue was, it was like across the. So I don't know if it's not really showing up. It won't really show up on this now. Yeah, you won't see it. Yeah, you only really see it when you're like looking right down it. But like I said, that was the cues on the laser, and I found that it was like slightly across it like that. But it looked like I was aiming in the middle. Well, actually, it was that way. So it looked like I was aiming in the middle of the ball, but I've been looking at the left. I've been cueing on the left-hand side of the white. So that's something I could fix. Because if I could do that, probably be potting a lot more shots. But it's like after that sort of. Because I kind of suspected that was the case, because I found that some days I was seeing the shots a lot better than others. And I think like just some days I was getting my head properly in the right place, and other days, most of the time, I'm not. So I only figured that out like a month ago, but I've got to train myself to be a bit better about that. So I'll show you the difference. So yeah, so I was cueing down this line, for example. So I was standing in the right place, which I thought was like there. But I was thinking, before I was like that. So I could see my cue, so my cue's off to the side of the line there, and it should be there. So I need my head has to turn more to the left, and then I have to cue under the right. So it's like, to get that to the right, I have to turn my head more, and have the cue over the right side. That looks so weird to me, but it's actually over the line. So, yeah. Exciting. Getting a cue next week. I haven't played for 25 years. Really fancy having a go at Chinese pool. The trouble is, where do you find a table? No. Whereabouts are you based? Practice the basics hard, the rest will come naturally. Yeah, I kind of, a few years ago, I started getting that as well. I found I was playing loads of English pool. I would say like, sort of just as my club was shut, sort of like 2010, I was playing loads of 8 ball. Because that's the only thing there was any competition on, and I got really good at it. But I was like, cue action was getting really pokey, and then every time I played snooker, I had like no cue power. And I started like decelerating on shots, so I worked really hard to like try and elongate my cue action again. But I do find that if I'm feeling really nervous, I start like quitting on shots like that, so it went in. But I'll like grip the cue and quit on it a bit. So yeah, but thankfully that doesn't come up very often. That's also another reason why I play, like, I try and practice. The way I practice is like deliberate, to try and make sure I don't start pulling the shots and quitting on them. I practice and warm up by absolutely throwing my cue at the shots in a way. So I didn't jump at all. Like throwing my cue at it and make sure that I'm definitely hitting through the ball by the time I'm actually trying to knock it down a bit. Especially in 9 ball, you really need follow through on the cue. If you're playing so many shots like that, you really got to get through the ball just to get any sort of motion out of it. So stun, no run through, good shot. Yeah, whereabouts are you based? I'm in Southampton. I've got one Chinese 8 ball table here, but it's too much. It's a club I used to play at called Rocket Ronnie's, but it just went completely to shit after my friend Adam stopped being a manager. And they looked after it, and that was literally, I just can't stand to be in the place. It's just such a shame. I just don't give a shit about playing pool players or looking after their equipment. But yeah, much like snooker, Chinese 8 ball, it's hard to find the tables, but it's so hard to play if you don't have a good table. So it's got like a slightly slow cloth, and the pockets just don't take anything. And then it's like, not enjoyable at all. Well, I picked a spot there, didn't I? Covered all the flipping right arm cushions. Oh, I suppose I just have to do one grade, won't I? Boring. Oh, can I reach it? Not really. Boring. Good swear a bit before I got to the 8. And the drive's in. Of course it is. He has, that's like a deceleration shot, that one. Still do it a bit. I'd rather, it's weird, I'd rather decelerate than flipping quit on it. It's just me delivering the cue a bit slow, that one, but quite often pulling my punches, that was, yeah, I don't really do that anymore. Straight the cue action, more chance to pop the ball, absolutely, I completely agree. Just down the road from Telford, can't be bothered taking up snooker again. English ball, everyone's playing it. Thought, try something harder. Snooker's way too much effort to get back to. Yeah, I'm not saying really, I love snooker, but I find that it's the same as what I just said with Chinese 8-ball. I find that if you don't have a decent, really good table, snooker's like so hard. And you have to put so much effort into snooker to like get any sort of, have any chance of playing alright. And I did try it a little bit last year, and I was getting alright. I'm not doing a couple of tons, but I've never been that prolific at break builder because I've always been more of a pool player anyway. But I won the Southampton singles trophy, hey! Which I've got to give back because I forgot to, in a couple of weeks because I forgot to enter it this year. Well done. But yeah, I just found, I tried playing in that seniors thing, but I went into it on the run up to it playing quite well at snooker. I was feeling quite confident, and I just had a really bad night the night before. Then I didn't play well, and then I felt really like, it's weird, even though I've been playing hundreds of pool tournaments, I felt really like out of my element, playing in the snooker tournament, not knowing the etiquette of it, how the tournaments are run. Hated playing in a shirt and playing in a, I didn't want to wear a tie, but I hated that because it was just like, I found it too restrictive. I didn't get a shirt, so it's like snooker's just, and the game's hard enough as it is without all this other sort of crap going on. And of course you're obviously playing really good players, so you can't afford to make too many mistakes. So I think I personally just concluded snooker, as much as I like it, I'm just playing playing snooker in the league and competing in pool because I just don't have the time or the energy or the inclination anymore to put the level of effort in to get good enough to even consider competing. And then even then, you know, you're playing against, you start entering decent tournaments. So you're playing against people who are playing it day in, day out. You know, no way I could catch, you know, even if by some miracle I had like enough, you know, raw talent or whatever, which probably at this point I haven't, there's no way I could catch up on the number of hours of table time they're putting in, so it's hard, such hard work, snooker. Well, I guess the answer was I couldn't put that. I might have been able to throw it in. So yeah, Chinese pool's good fun, but I'll tell you what, if you do find a table, the one thing you don't want to do with Chinese pool, if you ever watch them playing it, you'll see I don't do this. This is what I found, because I was playing it a lot before it was all quite popular. I was playing it in like 2017, 2018, when we got our table, 2019. I found that the thing you don't want to do is get like afraid of the table and then start trying to roll everything in, because then it's just like madness playing like that. You've got to try and play really positively and hit the balls in, like, you know, not wallop them in, but you're trying to stroke them in at that sort of pace and not roll stuff in, because you just end up, you try and roll balls in on a Chinese 8-ball table, they just freaking hang over the pocket, and then you have horrible games, it destroys your confidence. It's another game you've got to learn. I think, yeah, because that's kind of what was going on. I think Stephen Hendry put a video out, didn't he, today? And Gareth Potter was saying, no, you don't want to roll stuff in. I don't know, I kind of agree with him. I don't like the way the Chinese play sort of whack everything into the pocket, but you do have to win it with a bit of authority, even down the rails. take me months to get a reasonable snooker. Yeah, exactly. Still plenty of misses, bearing in mind, but you feel you can't miss. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that, you know. Yeah. Sort of mindset, isn't it? It's a weird one. I'm kind of falling foul of something that I tell other people actually, which is like, I should probably change this actually. Because I'm quite loose. The way I was talking about being quite fast and loose the way I play, the only problem with doing that is like, if you play fast, practice fast and loose and confident, then you feel like you can pot anything. But every now and then, you're going to miss an easy shot. Or you're going to pop a white or lose a cue ball somewhere or whatever, like I just did then where I wasn't really taking it seriously. And the trouble is, you like kind of if you practice all the time like that and train yourself like that, you can't really expect anything different when you do that in a match, can you? So, what I try and tell other people to do, which I probably should do, let's try that for this one, it's just to practice an hour solid and not missing. And I say, if you're facing a shot, you're probably not going to pot. Rather than just go for a shot and then miss it, just fucking play it safe. And then you've kept up your level and not missing. So maybe I should try that for myself, really. I've always been the worst person at taking my own advice. See, I want to go for this 2-6 combo and carry the 8 in. But I'm probably going to miss that because I'm really shit at these shots. And I'll probably play that in a match because I'm hyper aggressive. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should practice toning it down. But then when you look at it, you think, well, okay, so we're not going to go for it. Well, it's not actually that nice a safety shot from this. Well, unless I'm trying to, because of where the 9 is, I can't really roll the 2 past the 6. I could kind of cut it here and get the white maybe under the 9. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to shut up and go for the 6 ball with the 8. See, that's definitely the right shot. But I wasn't nowhere near it, but I knew I was going to be nowhere near it because I'm really shit at those shots. So should I be practicing those because I'm shit at them? Or should I be not practicing not missing? I don't know. See, it's the same sort of thing, just take a shot to get a shot on the 8 and I've ended up over the 9. Should have really put the effort in to not be here. Well, as that happens, I've played that pretty well. Telford's what clubs have got in Telford then? I've played pool in Telford quite a bit, but obviously I've only played in the GB9 now, or the UK Open they had last year. So I don't know what sort of clubs have got around that sort of area. I'm kind of a similar sort of opinion with English pool. I found English pool's like kind of my 3rd favourite cue sport. Like I still enjoy it. If I'd have gone pro in it, I would have. I felt like that was a bit of a double-edged sword because, like, if I'd have gone pro in English pool, I'd have had to play way more English pool, which I didn't really want. Do you ever play old 8 ball rules in the 90s? You play frames for an hour. It's like Milky's and Snooker. tables were unbelievably tight. I managed to get 8 break on it regularly. Had to do everything perfect. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Very good on this day. Exactly, yeah. So I'm not going to be. I guess I'm not saying I'm fucking obviously not the level of Milkins, but I think it's the same sort of thing. I think he's accepted he's not going to be a regular tournament winner, but he knows that when he turns up and puts in a really good performance, he can beat anyone. I think that's what I kind of intended to myself, really. Obviously, obviously it's relative. I'm not a fucking world-class player like he is, but you know what I mean. I played. Wow. We used to when I was first playing English pool. I think I started playing properly when I was like 17. So I'm going to side would have pulled that, but it didn't. I started playing English pool when I was 17. I'd already won 9 ball tournaments by then. I'd already won about 10 of them because I was playing that. I started playing English pool. I never played it at all until I got asked to join my friend's team, and that was like, I think that was when we first started. It was like EPA rules, and then they had like a hybrid of EPA rules and world rules, which I managed to win the Southampton Championships in. Hooray for me. But then, then I got, so I won the Southampton Championship. I was kind of riding a bit of a high because all the 9 ball stuff just dried up in like 2002. So I joined the IPA in 2000. I think I qualified. You had to play to go in a qualifier, and I qualified in 2004. I think I played in it I must have played 2004. So I must have qualified in 2003. I think it was like I'd been 19. So I kind of went to all these tournaments all by myself, which is quite hard work when you're 19 and you've got a shit job. But that was world rules back then. Which is weird because I remember at the time world rules was being touted as like the good rule set. How times change. I like being the more attacking rule set. But you'd end up with you'd end up with some frames going on for like 40 minutes. As soon as somebody got a ball over a pocket and then your ball was over that or whatever, because you couldn't ever pop their ball. I remember those games, like you'd end up with these bloody games going on for flipping hours. So I can see why they didn't do, it was like single elimination back then, because like the matches used to take forever. If it wasn't like a break and run fest, like basically back then all I could do was, no, that's just not true. I was going to say, but all I tried to do, which I kind of do now, I got better and then decided to kind of go back. I used to just try and go for everything when I first got the IPA. Then I used to be quite like tactical, and then when I came back to playing pool years later, I just couldn't be fucked with it. So I just go for everything again, but not because I couldn't, but just because I didn't want to bother. But yeah, like the World Rules games, I used to have to get stuck into so many like long-ass games. It's just horrible. I hate it. I'm so glad black balls around these days. I never really played the county thing. I played, everyone I knew played county, but I never really liked it, the idea of it. But I joined in the same year actually, because I qualified for the IPA. The very next day I had to qualify for Hampshire. And I got through, I think I only lost 2 frames or something crazy like that in the whole qualifying day. But, and then I played in it. And they made me join in the C team, which is fair enough, because it's supposed to be a meritocracy. And I had 3 matches on the trot where I got 4 out of 4. And the third match, I had 4 visits and won 4 games. Like, you can't play any better than that. And the guy who was the captain gave man of the match to his best mate who won 3 out of 4. So I was like, you know what? That's the end of that for me. God, everything seems so easy back then. It was so easy. I literally couldn't ever miss. I wish I was, oh God, I miss those days. I wish I had the level of talent back that I had then. The experience I've got now. Fuck me, I've actually been half a decent player. But now I miss balls like that, and I just didn't ever miss. Just didn't miss. I miss all the time now. I can just remember like a couple of times where I had days where I'd be like, oh, I haven't missed a ball all day. That just seems outrageous to me now. I can't even imagine that. I can't run one game without missing, let alone flipping a whole day. Imagine it must be like to be someone like Joshua Filler or something like that. And you just go day after day, and in a week you probably miss about 4 balls. It's just mad, isn't it? Just thinking back to that, that just seems mind blowing now. I can't tell you the last time I had a day where I didn't miss a ball. I don't even know if I've done it in 10 years. Alright, let's try a sensible game. Playing an actual game now, enjoying it more. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the thing. You kind of have to temper, like, I found these days, pros, they weren't dishing you every frame, the tables were tighter, cloths are totally different, there was loads of tapping off the break. Yeah, I remember, I think the first proper, first IPA tournament I got through to playing a pro, I played Keith Brewer. So I beat my first pro in my second event. What was his name? John Octoloni or something like that? Something I've never heard of since. And then I went to play Keith Brewer, and I heard this I didn't have Sky Sports because I wasn't exactly the richest person, but I knew he had this reputation of being this unbelievable safety player, so I just tried I went on a race of 7, I just basically thought, I've only got one chance to beat him, which is if I clear up every time I come to the table, so I played a fucking stupid match. And I was playing well, but kept going for ridiculous clearances and went there. And then I missed the last ball or missed the black or something, I just give it on a plate to him. But yeah, because they all had this sort of reputation of they would just fudge you for flipping hours, and I thought, I can't be dealing with that. And that's partly what kind of puts me off of English pool a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the tables either, though, to be fair. So yeah, I wouldn't have been into the English pool back in those days. I liked it a lot more once we become a bit more aggressive. Because I just want to I'm just here to pop balls, you know. I haven't got the patience to fuck ass about. Sometimes I have, but I couldn't be doing that day in, day out. I'd just take it out and eat too much. You know, I remember watching like the likes of Nick Hill and that, and they were just breaking a dish in every game, and I just thought, you know what, that's how I want English pool to be. It never really goes like that though, just because they're just unbelievably good, and also their breaks are so good, and they're on the 8-foot table, which tends to make it a bit less. Fuck me, sorry, what was that? It tends to make it a bit less crowded. It was more of a hottest game when I was watching them. Never really got to see them play in the actual IPA, even though they were all there. You could never get to see them because they just had a bloody, even like now, just had their tables are always crowded with their bloody sycophantic fans. So I never wanted to be around it. That's why I like 9-ball. 9-ball's my sort of game. It's like a shooter's game. It's fast. I can hit through the ball, which I like. And I'm pretty sure I've got ADHD. High functioning one. So I sort of like snooker where I can't keep my concentration long enough to score more than 20 points. I can just about run 9 balls without breaking it. Whereas, and then like having a bit of a break, whereas a snooker, you know, you want a big break, you're fucking putting 20, 30 balls. Such a long time. That's what I think I find straight pull quite hard, actually, as well. And that's probably why I should practice it more. Losing the cue ball here. Alright, the two's gone down the table, but I should be there. Or, in fact, I should be there. I might start breaking open-handed and getting way too much side out there. Brewer's game is based around fudging. But the thing is, yeah, absolutely it was. But he was unbelievable at breaking and running as well. He just never chose to do it. I've seen him break and run a whole flipping set, I'm sure of it, pretty much. But he just doesn't ever play like that. I don't know, I guess he's just got what he likes, and I just can't be that person. Give me at the gap. Ooh, perfect. That's all I played. Yeah, I don't think he lives that far away from me. I think he lives in Hampshire. I remember he was playing in a bunch of. There was a guy who used to be around here called Alex Churchill, who I kind of grew up with a bit. Got me my car insurance, and he was going to run. He was going to run his own tour. That kind of didn't really happen, but there was this big scandal with Keith Brewer and somebody else fixing one of these matches, and then Keith just kind of disappeared off the scene. Then, a shame, really. What people would do for a few quid. I think I've got to play for the 6 up in that corner. I think if I'll lose the cue ball if I try and play for inside. Oh, potted that thick, so now I'm stuck on the rail. If I'd actually got in the pocket, that would have come off the cushion and been about here. But because I potted it right on the bloody edge of the pocket, we've not got a very pleasant shot. Hopefully it was straight enough for the short lead. Right, I don't want to be on this 8. I really want to be straight, but I don't want to try and do too much with this 7 either. I don't know, maybe I'll try and get on that side cushion. I'll give myself a bit of an angle. Oh, potted thin. He was a potted thick, not thin. Ah. It's weird actually, I kind of like shooting the ship. I'm shooting the bulls. Kendall's a fudger as well. Yeah, I didn't really get to see much of Lee Kendall. I think he kind of like, he didn't really overlap that much. I mean, he was still playing on the IPA, but I don't think I ever saw any of his games. I've seen some of them like from the 90s. I remember seeing like watch back a few of the 90s like World Championships and that. That one was on the old sort of cloth hat colour and stuff. Embassy World Championships and that. I've seen a few of his games, but I think it was already by the time I was around, but to be fair, it was only a couple of years because it was costing me a fortune and I wasn't really making anything. He was already sort of taking a bit of a back seat, really. Yeah, when I was playing, it was like you know, the likes of Gareth Potts and Melling and Nick Hill. Sexy. I'm supposed to be stopping breaking the really bridge. And Carl Boyes. I think Carl Boyes was quite. He's a weird one. He was like. Yeah, he's a strange guy, Carl Boyes. He was kind of full of himself, but not really winning anything. It was really strange. Whereas as opposed to the 9-ball stuff, where actually really does win a lot of stuff. It's definitely, I can see why he transitioned, because he's definitely better at that. Good as he was at English pool, he's much more an elite player at 9-ball. Oh, I get through that one. Supposed to enter in a UK Open qualifier in 2 weeks, and I've been like, it's weird, I've been like playing a lot, but not like properly playing, just like this a bit, just kind of like going through the motions. Probably should start knocking it down a little bit more. David Ayres, who are you? Never earlier. Good morning, bloody hell, yeah. Alright, Blackpool champ group, apparently. I mean, I think he won like a lot of, I don't know if he won some IPA events. I was guessing with Carl Boyes. You're right there, by the way. Hello. But I think he was a lot more prolific winner when he went to 9-ball. I mean, I seem to remember him winning like 4 or 5 back-to-back GB9s or something just before COVID and before I started playing it. Like ridiculous. And obviously he won the World 8-ball championships, didn't he? I think. You're right. I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'm taking advantage of the fact that I don't have to get out of bed until 5 to 9. Well, in fact, I don't even have to get out of bed until I've done it again. It's open hand fridge. Don't have to get out of bed till 5 to 10 actually. Tomorrow night after my snooker match, I said I'll try and do that thing where I make a 147 again. For fuck's sake, I can't talk and pop balls. So, as I can't pop one, I don't suspect I'm going to get very far. I'm always sort of torn really, like, I'm in this weird spot on my YouTube channel where like I kind of can't be bothered to do too much of it, but I'm like quite close to getting monetised. So part of me is like, oh, maybe you should do more stuff on YouTube that isn't like playing in tournaments and that. Just to try and get 1,000 subscribers or whatever. Oh, damn, sure. But then like as a compromise, I mean I've only got so many hours. So do I really sacrifice my time that I need to actually practice for tournaments, which is what I want to actually do? Or do I spend the time making videos? Which I kind of like doing, but yeah, I'm going to be a bloody tournament pool player. But I know some people who want to just be like, they don't care about playing tournaments, they just want to be like an influencer. That seems like my nightmare, to be honest. Absolute nightmare. I should probably be more more disciplined practicing, well, it's really fucking boring to watch. Probably. But what I should be doing is I should be like flipping hitting the white up and down spots. So I bet that's absolutely mind-numbing. For me it would be, and I bet it would be bloody mind-numbing to watch as well. I think I'll say watch as well. Every time I try and talk while I'm playing, anything can happen. Too much stone, not enough screw. Pulled out. Oh, safety. Perfect. Spin enough, is it? Well, there's a few people watching. Oh, I don't know what it's like to watch. I mean, obviously you've got things going on. Nobody's just sitting there watching it. But like, what would you find more interesting? Actually, like properly knuckling down, or doing like trying to do stuff that's a bit more fun? I'm not a great knuckle downer. I should be if I want to get results. Right, open hand bridge. See, I don't get the white to come so far up the table with that break, but I can't really get the same amount of power in it either. That's a bit of a compromise. But yeah, I definitely don't drive through the white so much. Right. Maybe I should try and play this sensibly. Because part of me wants to just chop this one ball in and then try and go around 3 cushions and leave myself on the 2, which doesn't go anywhere, so I have to go into it. Does 2 go past the 3? No, doesn't go past the 7. So I'll have to try and come up. Don't know. Maybe even like that sort of line and then back in behind it. Alright, let's do that then. Too wide. Bit too much side spin. Needed to hit more and come up like that. Just got into the jaws. Right, this is 7, not 2 doesn't go, and this will put it in that pocket, but this 8 ball is in the way. So I might try and pot it's in the way of the 7. I might try and pot the 2, and maybe screw off the 8, get out of the way, and hopefully be on the 3. That's the plan. See if I'm up to some sort of courageousness like that. But I hit the 8 too thick. Shot. Alright, this will be a good test. This is a tough jump shot. My jump shot's been a bit shit recently. go on a side view, couldn't we? Ta-da! Oh, no, hang on, let's turn the scoreboard off. Come on then, right, this is a tough jump shot. This is one thing I've become like, I used to be quite good at potting balls out of jump shots, and now it's like I'm sighting them different. I always miss them, almost always. I mean, this is hard, to be fair, this is hard to just get over the 7th, but I'm never potting these balls anymore. This is something I need to work on. So what if I'm not in the middle of the white? That was tough to get over, to be fair. So that is something I need to practice. I've only really got 2 weeks left, so maybe I should. It's a bit snatchy. Shy again. Come on, get your shit together, potting balls earlier, no you're not. Oh, threw my arm out, I didn't know what I did there. Cute across it. Some of this balls is what happens to me. Concentration just disappears and then I start missing everything. Let's get this back. Let's break and run this game. Just get far too... Concentration just evaporates so easily at me. Watch Selby Manning Chinese pool from 2015. You see the blackie pops out of the snooker again, like that. Ball pops out of the snooker. Pros such as Fuller have probably played more jump shots than you have regular shots. Well, for most people, yeah, if I've been playing for 20 odd years, maybe not, but yeah, you're right. But the thing is, I used to be quite good at them. I spent a lot of time getting good at jump shots, and something's changed, and I've lost it. I'm not comparing myself to them at all, obviously, but I used to be good at jump shots, and now I'm really bad at them. And I don't know quite what the hell's happened. I don't really know what I've started doing. I used to be really good at potting balls out of jump shots. But I remember the first GB9s, I was pushing out to jump shots because I was so confident of potting my way out of them. And now I just don't pot them at all. I don't really know what's going on with that. Maybe I should try and do some practice of that in a minute. Oh yeah, I thought, what was it? Watch the boy puts out snooker. I remember watching that at the time, I think. Was it 2015? Is that the one that he played Darren Appleton in the final? Was that 2015? I can't remember what year that was. I don't know if I remember that. I'll probably, if I see it again, I probably would. I remember there was like a run of these World Championships, and it was like, when Mick Hill got to the final and lost, and then like, I think like, Jason Shaw got to the final and lost, and then then like Manning got to the final and lost. It's like, it felt like that was a bunch of years back to back, or virtually back to back. Obviously, Gareth Potts didn't play in those ones because they didn't used to be, the old World Championships was like wasn't run by Joy. It was like the Billiards and Pool Association or whatever it was. Gonna go snooker me. Of course it is. Here we go. Right. See, I should be getting pretty close to potting this. It's not a very big jump shot. You know, I should be hitting the jaws of this one at least. But I bet I'm nowhere bloody near it. See, that wouldn't have gone in if I hadn't hit the 9. So I'm sure I'm like some degree out on every single jump shot. I think I'm sighting them right and I must be hitting across them or something weird like that. So, it was 2050 yards, I'll watch that in a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely queuing, I must be queuing across the ball or I'm putting side on it. I just can't be sighting it properly. What have I done there? I've just like filled my ear with air or something. It popped my ear somehow, haven't there? Yeah, I don't know quite what's happening with my jump shots. Why I suddenly can't bloody get them. Oh my god. He threw that one, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do some jump shot practice just quickly because I don't really understand that. Set up a few basic shots, straight ones, and see what I'm missing. I bet I'm missing the same amount every time. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got some donut things here. Let's try that, that must be interesting. Let's try and evaluate what the fuck is going on with my jump shotting ability in real time. I'll grab a couple of these things. My friend Anthony uses these, little donut things. How do you use these? How do you get the middle bit out? Right, let's set up a shot and reach. Let's say there. So I'm not bridging off the cushion. And we should set up something slightly in the way. So not a full jump. Keep it simple. So if I put it there, I think that would be like a partial block. And then that's just quite a way away out. Let's make it a little bit closer. Is that going to come off or am I going to have to use another one? Well, I suppose that's just got to stay there, isn't it? So slightly in the way. Cue one there. Like the 9 in the way. And then we'll get like a straight shot. Well, that's actually it's not as much out of the way as I thought it was. That should be, well, that should be fine, shouldn't it? So, got to be far enough away from the pocket that it's not going to go in with the error, wherever that is. So that's basically where that is now. Something like that. Let's see what we get with this then. Yeah, so mostly a full ball jump. So I should be potting that. We'll try some stop shots. I should be able to pot that and stop the white dead. So what the bloody hell's going on? Tough jump, that. Good one. Oh, hang on. So, yeah, that second was a tough shot. But this should be a fairly, I mean, if you could jump the ball, this shouldn't be a hard shot. So let's see. Right, so that went there. So I went off to the right. Is that the case if we do that multiple times? Is that what's going to happen? missed to the right, to the left of the pocket, so I hit the white off to the right again. See, it's the same every time. I'm hitting the white off. I'm aiming, I think I'm aiming there, and I must be aiming like that. Okay, let's see how we can fix that then. That would explain what the bloody hell's going on. Right, so we're definitely standing in the right place. Straight in. Well, now I look like I'm cutting it the wrong way. And I still overcut it. So I wonder if I'm hewing across that. Well, that's weird. I thought I was aiming that to that jaw. What the hell have I started doing? Looks better. I'll put a left-hand side on all these shots again, which is what I noticed I was doing before. So I wonder if so I remember I was saying earlier, I found I had to correct my eyesight, and I wonder if that's, I guess that applies to this as well, so my head must be in the wrong, maybe I need to turn my head more. I must have got that out. I felt that already and then played one shot. Back again. Yeah, it's so weird. I feel like I'm aiming over there. I'm just going out to the right. Definitely got something I'm doing wrong that I wasn't doing before. I'm sure I used to be into my chest more as well. Okay, so maybe I'm steering the cue sideways. Still felt that, because I'm starting to see it. I think I could feel the cue going out to the side. Let's get that up against the chest. There. There. Still cut it the wrong way though, a little bit. So I need to be more onto there. Still overcutting it slightly, but getting more consistent towards the pocket. I think it's cueing rather than sighting. Interesting. Try to do those again. So see, I've definitely identified I've started doing something that I wasn't doing before. When I taught myself how to jump, I got quite good at it, and obviously trained myself to do it wrong somehow. Tutorial vids like this with a better camera angle will get good views and monetize your channel. Well, yeah, I think. So this is the thing. So I don't like doing tutorials because I feel like I don't like putting myself out there as an expert. But I did try filming. It didn't come out properly because my camera really struggled with the lighting in there. I've changed it now, so we had brighter lights. I've taken two of them off, but I've got to refilm it. But I did film. I spent 5 hours videoing using the laser to sort out where all my sighting was, and and like getting the camera and actually putting it like where my eyes were and showing what I could see when I was in the wrong place and what I was seeing when I was in the right place. So I do need to redo that, but the way I did it was, rather than this is how you fix your thing, it's more like this is how I'm going to try and fix my thing. And then I don't sound like I'm not an expert, you know, I'm just somebody who's old, been doing stuff for a while. So I think if I was doing this, it'd be the same sort of thing. See, definitely back where it was, that one. This is like trying to solve. Oh, is that scraping the table? Shit. Let's put this little magic rack in there. Or magic rack, little brake pad there. So this is me trying to resolve an issue that I have rather than telling people how to solve themselves. Still cutting to the right. Still going to the right. So I'm definitely getting, I mean, they're going in now, but if this was a longer jump shot, that wouldn't go in. So they're all going off the jaws. I don't want to correct my aiming if it is aiming at the right place. But okay, that was interesting. Trying to get my head on the cue, and then that like change where the cue was pointing then. So maybe we'll get this right on there. It's very hard to jump your head on the cue though. Still in across there. You can see the spin going on the white ball as well. That's a better one. Probably play, so I'm playing this as draw shots, so I should be playing stop shots really. It's a bit more in the middle of the white. Need to aim down more to do that, Simon. I can see that, I'm playing that on the left hand side, just a hair, I'm like there instead of there. Be aware of where I'm hitting this white. I was maybe too busy looking at the cue ball. I'm not aware I was actually supposed to be aiming it. See? Still off to the right. Interesting. That time my head was in a different place and it went a bit straighter. Still putting left hand side on the ball, but it's going a bit more where I'm aiming it now. Oh fuck. Nice. You're better than most watching it. Well, maybe. It's a weird one actually. You say that, but my channel, see, my audience is a bit weird actually. I noticed that like when I was like first started out, the only people who were watching my videos are people who were like people who were already playing on the tours and stuff already, so they're already like good players. Maybe not quite as good as I am, you know, but like right up there. It felt like nobody who couldn't play was watching my videos. I guess they're just a bit too niche. I don't think the stuff that I put out appeals to people who are just casual players very much. More people who like play quite a lot. Which is like double-edged sword, isn't it? This means I don't have to be. I can get into quite interesting topics, but I have to accept that I'm only going to get 15 people watch it. Better, got more twist in my upper body that time. Felt like that was a better strike. Just get that real twist in the shoulders. There we go, centre of the pocket. Alright, so maybe my shoulders are across the shot a bit. It's probably changing where my sighting is as well. Let's get that over. No, now we're back to where we were. Perfect, well done. Parity restored. Or maybe I didn't. Well, I'll give myself an excuse to say maybe I didn't walk into the shot properly, but no, still missing it. Still there. Oh, this is going to be not a quick thing to fix it. I'll keep tending towards hitting the white off towards the right. So I'm getting over the 9 all right, but my aiming's off. And it's such a straight shot. Shouldn't think there'd be much issue with it. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe am I delivering the cue in a non-straight line, or am I just aiming? Is my sighting off, and I'm not? The cue is not pointing where I think I'm aiming. That's the question. I felt that one was aiming right, and it went in. But I thought that before, and they didn't. So. Off to the right again. What am I doing to make that happen? Off to the right. Let's just try and pop the cue ball. Aim at the point of the pocket. So I'm going to aim right in the middle of the pocket, there. Let's see where it goes. Off the right hand jaw. So I'm aiming there and I'm hitting like that. Now what I don't want to start doing is like think, oh well, I'm missing 2 degrees off to the right, so I'll just aim 2 degrees off to the left, because that way bloody madness lies. Leave a little shit on this cue ball. Here's a little tip: if you get the little chalk marks on there because of a miscue and stuff, you can use the cloth to sort of sand them off almost like. But do it on a rail where you're not going to be on a plane surface. It does tend to do a good job of cleaning them off. Right, let's try 5 more. And I'll have a bit of ponder on that. Let's clean that little one. Yeah, leaving a few dents on the table as well, because I'm playing 100 shots in the same spot. Right, so let's see. Let's really try and aim this one. So let's get that cue arm up. Okay. Okay. Really trying to get my elbow straight, which is not going to make it easy for really high jumps because that means a lot. I'm just seeing if that's the case. And really trying to hit the middle of the cue ball. Overcompensated. But I'd rather that than it's going at the same place all the time. well, so maybe my elbow's out too much. Square it up a little bit, so not out so much. Still on the right hand jaw, but we're getting these in mostly now. I made a bit of a correction, but I think there's more work to go. Oh, then back to the last shot, and it's right back to square one. So we made a bit of a correction and then uncorrected it. And again, fuck's sake, Simon, you've gone back exactly how he was. Chalky cue for a while. Right, last go at it. Fuck's sake. Just wanted to put one more bloody shot and it's going to take me 20 minutes. There we go. Interesting. Your mate was attacking April. What time he's having a drink? Surely the pace bet you were over hitting them this time or something. Yeah, it's true. It looks like he's spending a fortune. Yeah, I think he's living. He said he's going to be living off his credit card for the next few weeks. But he does work from. I don't know if he said on one of his videos, and he's like a remote personal trainer, so he can like work from where he's at. I don't know how quickly he gets paid off these things. He said, I mean, it's a bit. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler because I've seen he shared it now. But I was just saying, he went to watch a money match with Efren Reyes. Well, which would have been like the equivalent of last night, but it was like during the daytime. And I think he's videoed. He sent me a picture of himself with Efren, and I think he's videoed himself playing a game with him. That's pretty awesome. I don't often get jealous of people, but I'm quite jealous of that. I mean, I've been a bloody Efren Reyes fan for 25 years. So, I remember watching him in Cardiff and fucking being amazed by him then. So, he's living my dream, the bastard. Meeting my hero instead of his own. But, I mean, I think I must have watched every single match that Efren Reyes has ever put out on YouTube over all the years, especially when I lived working away. Hendry wouldn't come off the table until he got 10 in a row. Well, I would be doing that, but I don't know if you see it, putting a bloody hole in the table, so I need to do it in a way that's non-destructive. I'm going to spend some time working on it at the moment. I think what at the moment I've done is I've just identified an issue, but I need to be a bit more scientific about working out what the solution is, rather than just sort of throwing shit at the wall. Fuck me, really? Right back where it was. Perfect. Yeah, I don't want to just like try shit and then suddenly if it works, I need to you get fucking. I've had this sort of thing before where you just suddenly like move this, that, and the other, and what you end up doing is you might end up doing two things wrong that in this particular instance seem to work rather than like fixing it. And I can't see what I'm doing yet. I don't want to you bastard. Of course you have to do that. I've just identified that something don't work. I don't want to like just try fucking around and then say, oh, the ball's going in now, must be fixed. Because I could be just doing two things wrong, and on this particular day they just happen to be bottom of the balls. So I need to I was going to go 6. It's it. Of course you did. So yeah, I need to be a bit more scientific about it and actually see what's happening. I think. So I'll probably what I'll do is I'll try and set a camera up that I can actually watch what I'm doing back. For God's sake, I'm pot of bloody ball now. 7 ball? Oh, I was hoping that was set for pocket. My bloody shoulders are killing me after I've done that as well, I don't know. Yeah, that's really it. That's the other reason, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's really it. Fuck. Bloody hell. That's weird. I thought it would have been the right shoulder that would have been out from back, not the left one. Well, that's something else to be mindful of when you're an old bastard trying to practice pool. Do too much of one thing, you end up fucking hurting yourself. Oh yeah, that's it. Well, this might be putting the limit on how long I can stay for. Trapped in the level or something. Shot. You see the mark on the table left? It's like a little blue mark from the chalk with a little line, and then there's like little landing dots all around here. So, I need to find a way of doing it. It doesn't change the characteristics of the jump, it also can destroy our cloth. But Efren can barely hold a cue now. He's lost his eyesight. Full injury now, he's called the doctor. He's 70, yeah. I think he's still. I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because, like, compared to how he used to be, he's nowhere near as good. But he's still unbelievable. Imagine being that shit, and, like, that much shitter than you were, and still being absolutely incredible. But he does. He's always been a bit like I don't know. He's a bit of a nervy player, isn't he? So he's always been a bit twitchy. And these days, he's like, obviously he doesn't really compete that much, but when he does play in events, he does throw quite a lot of like really quick cue actions in and miss a lot of shots that he would have never done just because he would have been. He's always been a twitchy player, but just because he would have been buzzing with confidence, he didn't do it so much. Yeah. I think the way, because he's got quite a whippy cue action, I think it lends itself to being a bit twitchy. But I think it's also probably why he's got so good cue ball control, because he just gets so much work out of the white with his whippy cue action. Toilet paper on the landing strip. Oh dear, what does that mean? Yeah, because he's obviously quite whippy, and I can't do it. But he's like, his cue action is like. Yeah, I definitely can't do it. I can't fucking do that at all. But he gets so much like whip out of his cue action. And you get when you see him, he's like, he's got so much like snap to it. Whereas mine's quite punchy. This is quite whippy. I don't think I can do the same as it. That was some class A fucking shot there. So I can get. It's weird. I can get a lot of cue power because I can hit the ball hard, but I can't get the same level of work on it for the sort of softer shot that he can. I think that's why. I think that's why he can do more of the cue ball than most of the other players, just because of the way he hits it. Jason Shaw's quite similar actually. That's nice, it's landed in the fucking magic rack. Jason Shaw's quite similar, he's got quite a whippy cue action as well, so he doesn't have to hit the ball hard, but he gets so much work out of it. Get under the 8. Answer? No, I can't. Here we go, right, jump shot. It's like Alex Higgins. Oh, toilet paper on the landing strip for the jump shot. That's probably a good idea, that actually. That's a fucking good idea. Or some, I did have some extra offcuts of cloth actually. I thought I thought that meant I was fucking arse cracker showing or something. That is a good idea. It is like that. It's exactly the same sort of thing as Alex Higgins. It's just pure natural, taught himself, natural talent. Alex Higgins has quite a whippy cue action as well, and he gets so much work out of the white. But you know, he's throwing his whole body and stuff into it, so he's another similar sort of nervy player. Runs off of pure adrenaline. Fucking potted a jump shot. Side spin. Oh, that was ambitious. Running across the corner of the table, dropping it in. Should give that one a bit more welly. Check to go to bed. 2:12. Do not laugh at how that do me. Go to bed for 3 o'clock. Up again at 10. Do a few hours work. Come up here. Play some pool. Go and play some snooker. Lose again. Come back up here. Try it at 147. Fail. Go to bed miserable. Monday night plan. Practice paid off. But that's it used to be like that all the time. I used to be really good at potting them. I'm like, what the fuck I've done to suddenly be off when I wasn't? I used to be really good. I'm putting this white in this middle pocket every time. So it's really odd. I've like changed something I've done has changed in a way that is consistently off. Like obviously my body's in the wrong place, or I'm not got the cue in the same spot. I'm like aiming the same amount off. It must be like every single shot. So I don't know what I did, but I've got to figure it out and I've got to fix it on a permanent basis. This could swerve before I pop this one. Yeah, it's interesting. When you test stuff by setting it up repeatedly, and you get the same result every time, you know that you're consistent and you're just consistently wrong. So at least there's a way of, rather than being all over the place, at least I notice something that I'm doing fundamentally wrong that I can then address, maybe. Too much side spin on that. Left himself a Humphreys for the win. Oh, fuck me. See what I did there? I didn't even bother standing in the right place, I just got to win like this. I wonder a little knowing it. See, I've done it again. Laziness. This is one of the things I'll say I don't do in matches. I'll always make sure I walk into the shot properly. So I didn't do that then. I always make sure I do that's something I do in matches I don't do in practice. Because I always make sure I stand right back on the shot, in the right place, give it a second and then walk in. I can get a bit lazy, that sort of shit. Practicing. But that is something I'm quite good at doing in matches. I'm definitely so much more disciplined in matches. But I should practice like that. I should play practice like that. Fuck it, let's play some Temple. Let's play some Temple with a triangle. I'm going to wallop the ball a bit. Yeah, exactly that. He's got, he's training himself. But of course, what he does makes the balls go in the pockets. Whereas what I was doing was making the balls not go in the pockets. But something that's fundamentally wrong. But he's like, I think he's done the thing I was saying I didn't want to do, which is he's doing two different things wrong. And he's happened to have worked out a way to make them cancel each other out and work. But there's probably, for every Judd Trump who can pull that off, there's probably 10,000 fucking players who don't. Right. Straight in. Well, at least I went in a different middle pocket this time. Right, here we go. So that's a quick fire ball. Oh, I would do, but they're all bloody shot position, aren't they? Too low, that one. A bit low. Doesn't go, does it? Oh, okay. Right, I tell you what, maybe I can go off the top cushion with a bit of check side, and this is 6. So, I think I need to just play that 8 down the table. Oh, quite thick. Just needed the grace of 10. Oh, bloody hell, where the hell is this going to go? I can't even get through that gap and hit it. I think I'm hitting the Temple. Ah, bollocks. One rail kick, 9's in the way. I kind of want to bank it into that pocket, but I've basically got to do it from here. I wonder if I could like hit the cushion and then arc the cue ball and then cut the 8 in. I think maybe the 9's in the way for that. I'm trying to see if I can arc around the 9. Oh, nearly got enough on it. Thick cue ball. Put that thin cue ball comes straight up and down at the 9 ball. I get silly now. Let's try and kiss it. Quite get enough into it. Oh, why is that always the case? Whenever you try and do something like that and miss the ball, you always play it with exactly the right amount of speed to land tight on the fecking cushion. Couldn't be a centimetre off, could it? Bloody hell. Listen in off. Ah, fuck's sake. My cue action was all over the place in that shot. Oh, look, we're tight on the cushion again, chocolate. Done it again, potted it thick. Why it went in? Pot that thin, why it doesn't go in? Well, that was a fun game. See, I think we're really in the wall now. This is the trouble I had late at night. At some point, I just start going to shit, and then like Well, yeah, that's what happens to me. I start missing loads of shots, and I feel like I feel fine still. And then, like a little bit later, I start feeling very knackered. But normally, the first sign of me being knackered, it's not even like the way I feel. It's just the balls start going different directions and that. I've had that quite a lot. Being like a tournament there, get to the final, be playing amazing, and just start missing a few balls. Cue's consistently wrong, yeah, that's it, but yeah, exactly. But it's so repeatable. He's a remarkable player. I think the way, it's weird really, I think the way that he cues is like part of the reason why he's got all the cue power as well. Because he's so across his body. So I judge like, yeah, most players would be, but I mean, if you're a really snooker player, you're kind of like this. I mean, I've got really flat feet, so I find this quite painful. My hips play like that, so we're very across, actually, kind of like that, aren't you, as a snooker player? I find that quite painful to do. I get a lot of pain, so I have to turn my foot out a bit. So, whereas he's like really sort of, his like body's really side on, but he's trying to keep his legs sort of straight on. So his legs are really wide to get his body able to face over, and then he's like right out like that, isn't he? I mean, how does he do? But he's got so much space under his body. You can see why he can get so much fucking tube power in it, maybe. You can also see how Q goes around like in an arc, because he's not sort of queuing. He's kind of queuing out so far out instead of like behind himself. He's like out across himself. But you've got so much more room there to do stuff. Oh, come on, I should be getting that one. That's a bad shot. So it's really interesting. I find this stuff quite interesting. Like, there's little bits that different snooker players do little different things with their cue actions or whatever, and then which you think aren't like you wouldn't recommend or whatever, but then they unlock these extra abilities that certain players have, but all the other ones don't. Like I was saying about Efren Reyes and his whippy cue action, gets more work out of the cue ball, so he can play better positional shots. Same with Ronnie actually, he's got the same sort of thing. And then Judd's got this like unorthodox technique, but I think it's what enables him to be able to play more shots with power and with a level of accuracy that nobody else has got. Well, it's not like everyone can't hit the ball hard, it's just that nobody else can hit the ball that hard and get it to go in the pocket. Right. What if I was in a sensible game? What would I actually do here? This is a bit of a tricky shot. I think I would try and thin off the 3, kiss the 4, and hope to leave the 3 snooker in behind the 7. Let's try that. Ooh, just rolled out a little bit in the last little bit there. I don't know, so I should have been full ball snooker on that. I mean, I still am, but actually the 6 ball's exactly where I want to hit to get a one rail kick there. It's actually not that easy to hit this one, bridging over the 4 ball. I think if I'd actually carried in a straight line rather than rolling now, I'd have actually had an easier shot, because I wouldn't have been bridging over the 4. I've got to play this like there. So the natural angle's kind of coming to here. I've got to play it like top right to try and check it, but I'm bridging right over the 4 to do that, so I could swerve straight to the 6 here. Let's try it. Right. Okay. No. Alright, I'll play the combo and just spot the 10 back up. let's play another sensible shot. What would you do here? Definitely a wide stance, giving more room for the cue to work. Yeah, exactly. I think so. I think that's what it is. It's weird. It gives him it gives you the illusion that he's square on, like all the other snooker players, but he's not. His whole body's side on, but because his legs are really wide, it's still like within his legs still point forward, so you think his hips are pointing forward, but they're right over like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is probably really good for my body, but it's killing me. How does he do it? That's how he is, isn't he? Like that. And to accommodate that, his head's of course got to be right over to the left. But then of course if he's grown up doing it, you know, it's probably nothing to him. Whereas me, an old bricky person who sort of hunches over the ball a bit, I can't do it for shit. Right, okay, so part of me wants to bank this shot, but it doesn't go clean. I'd have to go rail first off of it. And it's really hard to get the white out of the way. And then where am I playing? I have to draw it up to the 9, so I kind of don't think that's the right shot here. So I'm going to chip off the 3, try and get the 3 to come sort of 2 cushions under the 8 somewhere. And try and see if we can get the white to go between the 4 and the 9, and maybe under the 10. So, not the easiest shot. Yeah, that was the trouble. I was always potentially going to skid off that cushion and get close enough to the 4. But, alright, not a very convincing shot, but didn't leave anything either. I probably hit that 3 ball too thick, to be fair. Right, now what are we going to do? It's always a bit bloody awkward when you're like right next to this level with something like this. I hate playing the touchy, like I could potentially get me on the 5, but I hate playing touchy shots that don't leave the 3 in a safe position. Can't really cut the 3 to the side cushion and get up beyond the 8, so the 5's in the way. This is one of these shots where, like, when you play it and it works, you think, oh, that wasn't too hard, but like, it's so easy. This is one of those shots that's just so easy to bugger it up and leave a really easy shot. We just take medicine, play the 3 down over by the 9, and just hope to cover it with the 8. But you're putting all your eggs in one basket with that. We'll try it, but we like these sort of shots where I've got no guarantee. See, because that's leaked out now, so now that's a 3-9 combo. I hate that sort of shot. Ooh, really got on. Hopefully I'm the worst combination player in the world, but we will it's safe. I think I can get the white back here and just chip the 3 to the cushion. I just didn't get quite enough bite onto it. Bloody awkward shot there. 2 cushions, try not to pop the cue ball. It's funny how the natural angle is always a ball in the way of it, so like 2 cushion escape, the 4 is exactly where I want to aim to hit that. Of course it is. Of course it bloody is. Maybe I can just about, if I get here, if I avoid the shin, which is plastic, so every time I hit that it goes bananas, if I can hit here, I might just be able to miss the 4 and get there. I need a bit of side on that. Tiny little bit of left. Actually, top spin will probably open that out actually, so I'll just play centre ball, top spin. Oh, opened out more than I expected there. Right, let's try and draw straight in the middle pocket. Straight. Oh, fuck me, that thick, very thick. Oh, result. Swerved it before we got there. Mistimed it. In stick. Top left. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, jump shot. Elastic joints. I think, yeah. I think you do that when you're a kid. You can do anything. I've got that as well.